Hey everyone, today I have 5 high-end organic cotton, stretchy, comfortable, on-trend jeans, and they are all $50. All of them. That might be the giveaway. Hey guys, this is a Quince haul, but today we are gonna focus mostly on their denim styles, specifically 5 of their best sellers, because Quince does jeans exquisitely well, but it can get a little overwhelming because they have a lot of styles and different fits. So we are gonna break it down. I'm gonna walk you through 5 of them. I'm gonna show you who they are best for, although everyone really can wear all of these, and how to style them. Of course, I couldn't resist. I added a few other things in the cart that have nothing to do with jeans. So if you're looking for some summer dresses or some other spring outfits, watch through the whole video because you don't wanna miss this one. This video is sponsored by Quince. Thanks, Quince. You make shopping so fun with you. And if you are looking for the links, best place to find them is underneath me. So there's 2 places in the text, the description box underneath my head. That's the traditional spot. But also go to the comment section. And that very first comment, that one's from me. Everything in the description box, it's copied and pasted right there. You are missing nothing by going straight to the comments. All right, my friends, are you excited? I am so excited. I own, I think, 14 or 15 pairs of Quince jeans. So I think I feel pretty comfortable saying I feel like I have some expert level knowledge. I am gonna put my measurements down in the description box and in the comment section, just so you can see how these jeans measure up, so to speak. If you know my measurements and you can see how the jeans fit on me, then that will help you order the right size for you. But do not worry if you don't get the sizing right, because Quince has 365-day return policy, which is kind of amazing. And speaking from someone who has used it, it was very easy. Okay, first of all, there are 2 lines of jeans at Quince. We have the Luna jeans and we have the Bella jeans. There is a difference. I have both of them, but I will tell you a little bit about the difference. So the Luna is a mid-rise, a more natural fit, if you will. Focus on straight, subtle lines, not just straight leg jeans, but there's less of a difference between the waist, the hip, etc. The body types that are going to love the Luna are more of a rectangular, athletic build or a short torso because it has a lower rise. It has the, not low rise, but a mid rise. A key tip here, if you find that most jeans have too much fabric in the hips and thighs for you, the Luna is the line to focus on for you. Now the Bella, these are a high rise, curvy and contour hugging in the hips and the thighs. These are best for hourglass, pear-shaped, anyone who wants a little more coverage and support in the lower tummy area. So if you find that your jeans fit you just right in the hips, but you have gaping at the waist, then the Bella jean line might be better for you. And whatever jean you pick, remember, they're $50. So let's start with the #1 most viral selling jean on the Quince website, which is the Bella Stretch Straight Jeans. These are a textbook classic denim straight line silhouette. These are meant to be worn ankle length. And let me give you some numbers, and I'm gonna do this for each pair of jeans. They might not mean anything to you right now, but as we move through all of these, it will help you decide what is going to fit you best. These are a high rise with a 10.5-inch rise. The leg opening is 16 inches, that's at the bottom where your foot comes out. The knee width is 16.5 inches, so almost a straight line from the knee to the hemline. These are meant to be stretchy. They're somewhat fitted in the hips and thighs, but then straight down from there. So straight leg jeans are generally considered a universally flattering fit. They're great for all types. They're great for hourglass figures who want to emphasize their waist because you could tuck in your top or you can belt something and now you have a waist. The very straight long line from the hip to the bottom of the jeans can be very elongating. So great for anyone who wants to emphasize their legs. They're great for apple shapes or a pear shape to balance wider hips because it's just very straight up and down. And it's a little bit more of a tailored look. So because of that, a straight pair of jeans does work best with something a little more structured or tucked in at the top. I say works best, but you can wear these any way you want. That's the great part about all of these jeans. Style them the way you feel most comfortable. But because these are a classic style, I went with a classic button-down Oxford style shirt. I have this shirt in white, in blue. In fact, I ordered it twice in blue because I loved it so much, and now I finally got my hands on the pink. It's a classic, easy blouse to wear with a classic style of jean. The next pair of jeans are the Bella Stretch Relaxed Straight Leg. So these are more of a vintage version, more of a 90s style version of the straight leg. There's a little more material. The key difference between these and the previous one is the leg width. So the first straight leg is a little more tailored, a little more structured. These are a little more relaxed, a little more go with the flow. It's only fitted through the hips, whereas the first pair was fitted through the hips and thighs. So that wider leg starts a little higher up and then goes all the way down. The rise is the same at 10.5 inches, but the leg opening is 20 inches instead of, what was it, 16.5. So obviously a wider leg here. Still a very universally flattering style, but with some caveats. So a petite frame can be absolutely overwhelmed by this much material, especially because this is a stiffer, more structured denim. It's not gonna drape. So if you are on the petite side, there are better styles that are more suited for your frame. But this style is fantastic for anyone with more athletic build, thicker thighs. I'm thinking like dancers type bodies that have those strong legs, because there is more room in the hips and the thighs. But because this is the Bella style, it does curve a little bit more at the waist, so you're not gonna have to be worried about gaping at the waist. Now, because there's a little more material on the bottom, the idea here is to balance it with something that's a little more fitted on the top, or at least that you can tuck in so you can see some delineation between the top and the bottom of the body. So I wanted to style these same pair of jeans 2 ways in 2 different colors. So first, I don't know why I sat on this tank for so long. It's a cotton cashmere ribbed tank. It's really more like a sleeveless top, to be honest with you. I would say it runs true to size. This is a great going out top. Or, I mean, it's casual enough, you can wear it every day, but it's so comfortable, and that cotton cashmere blend, it's so soft. It's great for transitioning from winter to spring, and even spring into summer. That cotton cashmere blend is going to keep you cool. It will layer nicely under a jacket, but I want you to see it here dressed up a little bit with some sandals, but then let's make it a little more casual. We're still sticking with cotton cashmere. This is a V-neck sweater. It's like a tissue weight. It is so comfortable. I do recommend sizing up one in this particular sweater unless you want it a little more fitted. Pair it with loafers. 2 very different looks. Same exact pair of jeans, same inseam length, everything. For the third pair of jeans, I try not to play favorites, but these are my favorite. They are the Luna Stretch Flare jeans. So these are from the Luna line, which means they're a little bit of a straighter fit. And even though I have an hourglass shape, I love these. So when I said one is better suited for the other, you can wear all of them. So let me talk to you about a stretch flare jean. First of all, because of that flare, these are meant to be worn full length, not crop style, which is why they only come in the 30 or 32-inch inseam. I'm showing you in 2 outfits, I believe. Yes, 2 outfits in the 30-inch, so I can show you how versatile they are. But I also own them in the 32-inch so that I can wear them with some serious heels for going out. So these are very stretchy, very comfortable. It's a mid-rise. They are fitted through the hips and the thighs. The rise is only 9.75 inches. Okay, I know what's happening. It's almost dinner time, so I'm being swarmed by my dogs who are like, lady, it's time to feed us. Okay, we're gonna finish this first. So they're calling that a mid-rise. It does give you some really nice tummy support. The knee width is 15.25 inches, and the leg opening flares up to 20 inches at the bottom. The flare at the bottom is going to balance out your hips, which is great for hourglass figures, but it's also a great way to cheat an hourglass figure if you are more of a rectangular or straight up and down fit. Also helpful if you have wider shoulders, that inverted triangle, it all just kind of does this with the flare. And that flare hem really elongates the legs, so it's really great for petite or long torso if you need to elongate those legs. And a little tidbit here, when I was doing my internet searching and my Googling and reading reviews, AI summed up the reviews for me and said, because of the mid-rise and the stretchy feel, this pair is particularly popular with the over 50 crowd, according to my internet research. That is a direct quote from, I believe, Google Gemini. So I wanted you to see my favorite pair of Quince jeans worn 2 ways, same jeans. First, let's see them super casual, because normally we think we gotta dress up a pair of jeans. No, I am wearing this with just loungewear. It's a half zip. This is so super soft. It's always selling out. It's currently available in 2 colors. One of them is off-white. Grab it. Grab it. It is so chic and it's so soft. But I have it in the navy, and I just paired it with some low-rise leather sneakers, and this is a great running around doing errands kind of look. Great for springtime. But then if you want to just zhuzh it up just a little bit, I'm wearing an all cotton fisherman boxy cardigan, but to avoid it being too boxy, I unbuttoned a couple buttons at the bottom. You can show as much or as little tummy as you would like. I just want to show you this option. Quince is starting to release some really bright, fun colors for spring and summer. So when I saw this hit their website, it was an immediate add to cart. Sticking with Luna, I want to show you the stretch wide leg jeans, not the flare jeans. These are the newest ones to me. These are the most stretchy denim in Quince's line. They definitely have sort of a 70s boho vibe to them, depending on how you wear them. And I'm going to show you a very tailored way and a very kind of boho way. There is a Bella version of these. They're just a bit more curvier. So if you really see a difference between your waist and your hip measurements, I would recommend the Bella. Even though I have an hourglass figure, it's not that much of a difference, so I really do like the Luna. The Bellas are high-rise, the Lunas are mid-rise. So this is a wide leg shape, and the inseam is 30 inches across the board. A lot of their jeans, they have many different, or 2 or 3 options, not with these. 30 inches across the board. The leg opening is wide. It is 22.5 inches. So these are absolutely wide leg. These might be more appealing to those with short torsos because of the mid-rise versus the Bella is gonna cut you off a little bit higher. These are more petite friendly wide leg because they're not crazy oversized. I am considered right at the borderline of petite and I don't feel overwhelmed in them. And because of all this material though, I do recommend, it's not necessary as you're gonna see, but I do recommend either tucking in a shirt, adding about something to emphasize the waist so you don't get lost in all the denim from on your lower half. So first let's look at them, not listening to any of my tips. I wore this with a cotton sweater jacket. It's a great piece for spring because it's all cotton. It's a little more structured. It's not fitted. It's not cropped. So I did unbutton the last couple of buttons just to give it a little bit of just a visual contrast there. Another way to cheat that is to wear something like a tank underneath it, tuck it in and open up the jacket. Then you can see the waist. And if you've noticed, I've been showing a lot of handbags. I have quite the Quince collection. I decided to bring them out. So everything is linked in the description box and at the top of the comments in case you're curious about the handbags. But this is a very tailored, very work appropriate if you're in a business casual environment. It's like that dressy casual look. Doesn't follow any of my tips. I did not define my waist. I did not cut it off at a crop style. I still think it works. But if you really want to embrace the boho version, check out this Modal tank. I love it. It's so drapey and it's flowy and it's wide enough to cover your bra straps, which I love. And then I just switched out the footwear, the pointy toe heels, to clogs. You cannot get more 70s boho vibe than that. I added a slouchy sort of boho suede bag. This is probably my favorite look of the entire video. I didn't want to take it off. I loved it. In fact, for going out to dinner, I might change right back into that. I love them. And let's close up the jeans outfits, but stay tuned. I have dresses, I have another pair of pants. Let's end it with the very first pair of Quince jeans that I ever bought. I think they're 2.5 years old now, maybe 3 years. The Bella Stretch Kickflare jeans. And these are, I have them in 3 washes, I wanna say. Like I keep getting them. Now, sizing, I bought these when I was a little heavier. Not like a lot, but a little heavier. So I'm wearing these in a size 27. I think the sizing is pretty forgiving. I'm a size 26 now, but these don't feel like they're falling off. I'm not pulling them up. So I think there's some give. When in doubt with Quince jeans, size up 1. They do tend to run a little small. So these are a more petite version of a full-on flare. They're fitted through the hips and the thighs. There's a slight flare shape. Now these are meant to be worn cropped. Some of you are going to not love that. That's okay. We have lots of other denim options to choose from if you don't like a cropped style. But it is ideal for summertime if you want a little bit more cool air down there and for showing off your pretty sandals and shoes for the summer. I also do want to point out that there is one group of people who love cropped jeans, cropped pants, and those are the petite ladies because it means they're not cropped on us. They're just the normal length and we don't have to drag them to the tailor and get them hemmed. So if you are a petite person, look for crop styles because that'll save you a trip to the tailor. And as far as how to style them, I do like to wear these with a more fun shoe, a colorful sandal, or even a fun sneaker to show off because there is that gap between the end of the pant and your feet, so there is more tension on your feet. So this is when it's fun to have a statement shoe on. I did not go with a statement shoe, but I did go with a favorite shoe with these Italian leather Mary Jane ballet flat style shoes. They're so comfortable. And I just wanted to show you another favorite that I purchased in another color, the linen jacket I've been raving about since last year. I have it in the flax color, picked it up in the olive green. There's 2 different greens. So I will list the specific green. It was more of the cool toned version. There's a warm toned one as well. These are just super versatile. They're a great spring summer jean. Are you over the jeans? Do you need a break? Great, because I have 2 dresses I am so excited to share with you. So the first is this cotton gauze long sleeve tiered. They're calling it a mini dress. I guess it's a mini because it's above the knee, but it's not super short by any means. I actually have this. I bought it last year in sort of a peachy tone, but I really prefer this blue color on me, which is why I bought another one. It has pockets. It's an easy throw on and go kind of dress. Love it. Wearing it with my most worn shoes, I think, out of all the shoes I own. I just want to give a shout out to the twist leather sandals. They're just the perfect height of a heel that they're comfortable to walk in, but they do give some elongation to the leg, which I really need since I have not tanned my legs right now. And then this next one is another repurchase. Yes, I can't help myself. This gauze smocked dress. I have this in sort of the pale French blue, I think they call it. I love it because the straps are pretty wide. So if you have more of that balconette bra that cuts off across, you can wear your regular bra with it. It is smocked, so it also works if you just want to put nippies or cakes on top. You get some good support there. It has pockets, it's long, it's flowy, it's perfect for warm temperatures, and they come out with so many colors, 2 kinds of reds, blues. It's beautiful. It's a great price point, and I picked up another one. And I may pick up yet another one before the season is over. And then the last outfit that I want to share with you from this haul, let's talk about this t-shirt. I am a sucker for a good white t-shirt, and I'm constantly looking for one. This is a Modal, so it's that really cool to the touch, drapey, thin fabric. It's a step up from your basic cotton everyday tee. You can easily dress this one up. I'm wearing it in my true size, extra small. It's a little more fitted. I wouldn't say it's bodycon, but if you want even more fabric and more drapiness, size up 1. And I'm wearing it with my favorite pants. I have to say, they are my favorite. They're the French terry, now don't let the name throw you off, wide leg pants. As you can see, these are not wide leg. These are a cotton, but they're that French terry material. They are so soft and so comfortable, but they look, like a nicer pair of pants. They're comfortable enough to wear on flights, to travel in them, to road trip in them, to run around town in them. I originally bought them in the olive. Now I have them in the navy. I don't know what other colors they have, but I want all of them. I want all of them. I love them. They run true to size. I love that they're not cropped. I believe there might be a crop version. This is the full length one. I love everything about these. So if the jeans didn't snag you, check out these French terry pants because they are amazing. I have a very similar pair that are double the price. I reach for these over the more expensive pair every time. Well, that's it, my friends. I know there was a lot of info there. I'm gonna try to put some more style tips down in the description box just so that it's easier for you to figure out what works best for you. But you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong with anything from the Quince denim line. They have rave reviews, and that's another thing I recommend you do is check out the reviews. You're gonna get great fit tips from people who actually bought the stuff. They share their measurements, and that has proven really helpful to me as well. Well, thanks again to Quince for sponsoring this video, but thank you most of all to you for hanging out with me today. I hope that you had fun, and if I left something out or you have any questions, do not hesitate to comment down below and I will do my best to answer them. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.